Alright, we're here in Austin on South Congress Street at the Crepes place, and we're here to talk to the people from Austin and see if they know anything about the nudist colony or the nudist culture. So, alright, that's why we're here. Let's go.
Freedom.
No.
Naked.
Naked.
Old skin.
Yeah, you gotta think about what age you are.
A beach for me.
Just naked people.
Naked. Weird.
Pubic hair.
Naked? Yeah, nude.
I think it means to live a little bit outside of society's expectations, and to live freely.
To believing the, I don't know, like acceptance of the human body and like eliminating shame from nudity.
I guess it comes from within, sort of. It's just expressing yourself, however you want to.
I think it means that you're just like kind of free with yourself, and other people, and yeah.
I bet it's probably like therapeutic for the people who are like, I don't know, I've heard that it allows you to like drop judgments of other people because everybody's like on the same page. So I don't know, I can see how it can be beneficial that way.
We just went downtown in Austin and interviewed some people about their perceptions on nudism. Now we're headed to go see Mitch and other members of the Hill Country Nudist Club and talk about nudism and learn their perspectives and ideas about nudism.
Hi. Hi, Emily. Nice to meet you.
Nudism is basically being naked, and for some people they're naked at home. Some people are more into social nudity, and some people do a little bit of both. But for me, it's something I like to do, at home or in a group setting, and it's just a very freeing experience.
A lot of misconceptions about it, that it's only about sex, or that it's in some way dangerous for children or something like that. I don't know, people come up with the weirdest arguments. But I think it's important to support our right to be nudists, and we've been doing our best to do that whenever it comes up.
I wouldn't say it's a political movement. I think politics has lots of overtones to it that I wouldn't assign to nudism. Maybe more of a social movement of just saying like, hey, we think it would be great if other people thought it was nice to be honest and not have body shame and sort of get along with people without judging them. But that said, like, I don't know too many nudists who are like really into championing that as a national cause.
Freedom. And loss of inhibition, I think. But not in a desperately wild sense, streaking down the street?
It's a good question. I think the biggest thing that I found among nudists all over, and we've been to nudist things on different continents and everything, and the biggest thing you find is that people are really honest with each other, I think, and are really, really inviting and really warm.
Well, mostly I would say our common theme is that just we believe that we should be free to enjoy life without having to be held back by clothing when we don't really want it. We believe, I'd like to say that we all believe in the basic goodness of people, so we tend to be a lot more open than I think a lot of people would be otherwise.
I think a lot of nudists enjoy the freedom, especially, if they've been nudists for a long period of time. You get to meet people that you don't normally meet. The clothes come off and the social stereotypes and everything just drops away. You're just a person talking to a person.
I think a broader point of view. I don't think you can be a nudist and be narrow-minded. I think you have to have a liberal slant to your thinking.
Well, it started out for me as simply a hobby. It was, I was, even from a very young age, my family was not very encouraging of it. They were very conservative people. But as I got more involved in the movement and got to see that there were places that really take a very stern view of nudity in general, it became more clear to me that it's something that we need to support and do what we can to fight for.
Well, I think it gives other people in my life, it gives them something to laugh about. They think it's hilarious that I'm a nudist and my husband is. And I can't persuade them that it's a fun thing to do, but it's also we take it fairly seriously on another level.
I mean, I would say it makes me think about interactions with new people in a new way, different from how I used to, which is like taking a little bit more time and understanding that everybody has an interesting viewpoint and trying to approach people in a positive way, because that's usually how you'll be approached and approach people in a nudist environment. It's just being very warm and welcoming. So I try to carry that over into other parts of my life when I meet people and sort of give them the benefit of the doubt and assume that we might have more in common than we otherwise would.
Definitely individual freedoms. It seems pretty clear that one of the biggest obstacles in the way of our lifestyle is the view that being nude is somehow like morally wrong in public, that there's something disgusting about our bodies, and that's not something that we want to put out there. We want to try and stop that if we can. So
You're definitely creating a positive image for ourselves, right? So the key to any movement sustaining itself is people outside the movement perceiving it as a good thing. So I think that's definitely our biggest challenge, is how do we come across as reasonable people who just enjoy something that is healthy and not push it on anybody and get a good perception from the outside.
We just got home from talking with the Hill Country Nudist. I learned that there's more to meets the eye when it comes to nudism, and I found it very interesting hearing about the underlying motivations that each individual had when they started nudism and what motivated them to join the movement.
Yeah, I learned that nudists aren't people who just run around naked. They're actually people who are very, very comfortable in their own skin, and people who are very accepting, not only of themselves, but also of just all people in general.
Yeah, I learned that nudists are very normal people who enjoy being naked by themselves and with other people, and that they're people who have a lifestyle predicated on really being honest and open with each other in just a very unique way.
Yeah, I think I learned that the main thing is like they aren't ashamed of their bodies, and they don't want people to be ashamed of their bodies, and I just thought that was really cool how passionate they were about that, and just how they don't want to force nudism on anyone. They just very passionately believe in it, and they just think it's better overall.
Neat.
That's right.
I'm going to ask you one more time. I'm going to spell this out really clearly. What do you think about the nudist culture? No opinion whatsoever.